Oh my lord, I had my mic muted. Oh. Okay, we're gonna start the video from here. Yo, what up gamers? Welcome to my first game of ADC in Season 14. Just my first game of League of Legends period in Season 14. Gonna be playing Jinx Yuumi into Xayah Blitzcrank. And the build we're going to be running this game, since an important thing to note about this season is that the mythic system has been entirely removed. So we're going to be running a build that I already thought was decent in the previous season, that already like delayed mythic, or it didn't, you know, delayed Infinity Edge, and it should be even better this season. Potentially better, well, potentially the best Jinx build, but we'll see. It's going to be Kraken Slayer into Phantom Dancer. It's just going to be two very nice cheap power spikes that don't require going all the way to 3,300 gold from Infinity Edge. There's a ward here. Oh. My word. The CC chain is absolutely nuts. Okay, we can flash there. She flashed too soon. Nice cheese from Blitzcrank. I need to keep on backing off actually. I may as well just base here, I guess. Sorry, I don't mind those Discord mutes. That was an accident. Didn't manage to turn the hook into a kill this time. They just have more damage at this point. It's much more likely that by the time the CC chain is over that I'm just straight up one shot rather than able to survive and put out some damage of my own. Okay, thankfully we're not going to miss too much from here as much as we could have. This could have been a lot worse. Definitely had no choice but to base though, otherwise I'm very much risking death. I will still miss the wave anyway if I die, so... So we're just gonna start slow pushing here. Build up a big enough wave that they hopefully shouldn't be able to all in. If they try and all in a big wave again, then hopefully it's just the same thing happens. But it's already too close to the turret. At this point I just have to try and crash it in. Oh. I was counting on Yuumi being here when they decided to do that. This sucks. That was a terrible time for her to ward, but also my bad for not realizing she was doing that. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, as soon as I decided that I wanted to start crashing, I think is when she decided to go in ward. That sucks. It's already not supposed to be an amazing matchup, by the way. It's a pretty bad one, so I guess I have to do a better job of playing safe. But in that case, like, I think I should have been safe with that wave, so long as Yuumi was with me. If she leaves me, though, then I do just have to recognize, oh shit, well, that's a mistake from Yuumi. Doesn't mean that I have to die, it just means I have to abandon the wave. Leave it in a terrible state. It's unideal, but it's more ideal than dying. Could have probably pushed that even slower, but that's fine. We have this wave on our side of the map. Building up into a slow push. If they do decide to start crashing, I mean, we're not really in an unsafe position here. I'll want to get Berserker's ASAP as well. Probably should have actually prioritized the dagger instead of the longsword. Just so I can finish my Berserker sooner. The more movement speed we have, the harder it is for Bliss to land a hook. The more easily we can dodge. Since movement speed is what you use to dodge stuff. Yes, now we have this big wave. I definitely cannot be like looking to play aggressively though. We just already are too far behind even with this big wave. I only use it for protection. It just prevents Blitzcrank from being able to walk like too far aggressively forwards. We don't actually use it for like trying to pressure them because we're just not in a position to be able to pressure here, I don't think. So we're just trying to position very, very safely. That's fine. We're not really taking much damage here, so this is good. This is pretty much how we want the lane to go. It's just them constantly shoving waves under our turret. And sure, getting platings, getting a small lead. But with how hard we outscale, that is not enough. They have to be absolutely snowballing. I'm perfectly happy with the lane going this way. I can try and pressure Xayah a little bit, maybe into turret, but not so much if Blitzcrank is in a position to hook me. Whoa, that actually reached. Okay, we play some traps. Okay, well, Blitzcrank no longer has cooldowns. Does Xayah use E? Can't remember. Don't want to go too aggressive if she potentially does. Blitz has no hook for now, but I don't think I really have much time to pressure Xayah before it does come back up. And I don't know the exact cooldown, so we're just gonna err on the side of caution here. I don't think I can get this with my W, sadly. I was very unfortunately positioned. The absolute best pick here, by the way, would have been Ezreal. Actually, gonna troll pit by picking Jinx. I was just a little bit confused because I was gonna pick Aphelios and the enemy's banned Aphelios, which, like, who the fuck does that? Nobody does that. So I was very confused and I had very little time to pick before I, while deciding who I wanted to play, and it didn't occur to me that based on the matchup, Ezreal was absolutely the best choice. But Ezreal will be really good here just because he is extremely safe. I can very easily avoid hooks. Even actually Sivir would have been really good in this matchup as well, just because she hard counters Blitzcrank. And you pretty much have to play around the Blitzcrank here. If you counter the Blitzcrank, then you counter the lane itself, because Xayah herself is just pretty much reliant on Blitzcrank. She doesn't do much without him. Well, she's got no cooldowns now. We're gonna pop the ghost. Oh my god, she actually doesn't even kill him. Okay. Can we get the streak? I think we should. Yeah, they're junglers topside. We'll get this. Yeah, so that was a bit of an overcommitment. Even if Xayah had ended up killing Garen, it wouldn't have been worth it because I would have ended up cleaning her up. Just needed to at some point realize that she wasn't going to be able to get the kill and back off. The fact that she didn't even end up getting the kill, a little bit unfortunate. Made her mistake all that more costly, but it was a mistake either way. It wasn't just, like, massively unlucky. Alright, I don't think I have time to go for the platings here. We'll place a ward here. It just lets me know if Blitzcrank enters the lane here. While I'm running into lane, so I know if he's going to be choosing in the lane or not. Alright, nice. We have the Berserkers now. It's actually also extremely important to get these Berserkers, like, somewhat early on-ish, and definitely instead of, like, finishing the Kraken Slayer here. Because my mobility is also Yumi's mobility. It keeps us both safe, so it has, like, double the value. Which a very simplified way of viewing it. It's not literally double the value, but it's one way you can think of it. Yeah, Ezreal also would have been a pretty good pick just because of how safe it is against Blitz. But either Ezreal or Sivir both would have been really sick here, I think. Well, now he has no hooks. Now we actually have a chance to go aggressive here if we want to. Just ignoring some farm. Oh. Yeah, now that we actually have, you know, now that we're not so far behind, now I'm actually a lot more willing to just go for aggressive plays like that. So long as the hook is down, that is the most important thing. It needs to start with a mistake from Blitzcrank and missing the hook. There we go. And now Xayah doesn't have enough feathers down to actually punish her. We're losing a lot of farm for this. Ooh. Okay, I just barely got her. That ult was probably a mistake if I could just kill her without ult anyway, so... Oh, come on. Ooh, that was terribly MW, but it'll get the job done, thankfully. Yeah, you can't waste time. You're too slow to do it, though. Nice one. So we're actually powerful enough now that we actually can punish those missed hooks. Previously, though, I think I was doing too little damage to even bother trying. Wanted to be fully preserving my HP. What the hell are these things? I did skim the patch notes. Well, not even skim. I tried to read them all. But... changes like these void grubs, I just couldn't understand them. I figured I would just learn them when I actually get into the game. So the fact that we're doing true damage to this turret and spawning whatever these things are, I'm assuming means my jungler got some objective here, or maybe my top laner. Not entirely sure how this works, to be honest. Alright, and now we're gonna go for the Phantom Dancer, which for some reason just has an altered build path. I don't see why they needed to do that. I don't know why it doesn't build out of Zeal anymore. Because it still gives move speed, it still gives crit, it gives everything, you know, that a Zeal item would. It's just not a Zeal item anymore. Weird. Maybe they just felt the build path was too good. Okay, we see Blitzcrank in the lane right now, so I know I'm safe to walk over there and place a ward there. Do we have wards on Yuumi? We do. Oh. I'm assuming he just placed a ward, can't ping it because Yuumi didn't ward the brush. It's too late to ping now. Should have pinged it at the time, I forgot there's a ward here ping now. Alright, they might be able to get the turret here. Yeah, they will. We'll just focus on getting this cannon. Or even just the whole wave with this ult. Oh, didn't get the cannon though. Being greedy here, we'll back off, play it safe. Sucks to miss out on that farm, but it is what it is. If I get hooked, I die. I mean, maybe Yuumi can save me with these summoners, I don't know. But I don't want to take that gamble. Since I don't know for sure. If we get hooked, then we'll try and outplay it, but we're going to try and avoid getting hooked. Okay, I think... Is the enemy bot going to be rotating mid now? We'll start pinging away, yep. Probably should have done that in advance. Oh no, damn. Okay, we're going to push here. Should hopefully be able to get the bot lane turret. Meanwhile... Oh, they made some changes to Herald as well. What is it gonna do? One-shot this turret? Nope. Still seems about the same. They should be going top, I imagine, rather than coming bot to punish us. Oh no, they're actually staying mid. Okay. We'll keep on pushing here then. Time that I spend recalling to defend against here is like time wasted on a recall, so I'd rather just... Because I don't think I'm gonna be getting collapsed on here, I'd rather just be pushing somewhere else rather than countering their push. This could backfire if they actually collapse on me though, but they have 2 dead, so the only person that could actually come first for now is Rammus. I'm not terribly afraid of being solo killed by Rammus when I have a Yuumi on me. But Yuumi being here is quite important for that, because if she weren't here, then sure, I might have to be afraid of Rammus. Downside of this build path, by the way, is that it's not gonna allow me to build Lord Dominic's. Oh no, actually, no. Actually, the upside of this season, or... Let me start from the beginning, actually. The downside of this build path in, like, at least the previous season, was that you pretty much always have to go Infinity Edge 3rd, because it was a mythic. So, you couldn't really build Lord Dominic's until at the earliest 4th item, which can be quite late against a champion like Rammus. But this season, because there's no more mythics, you're not actually obligated to build Infinity Edge 3rd, it's just usually the best choice. But if you do need Armor Pen by, like, 3rd item... That's no longer an issue. You just build Lord Dominic's 3rd item. There's nothing stopping you anymore. Oh my god, the brush is massive. I don't think this even covers the whole brush. I have Ghost up if I need it. Could do with Yuumi with me though. I'm probably being greedy here if Yumi's backing off. Nice. Definitely can't push that turret right now. Garen is going for the Raptors. I'm gonna go for the Wolves or... No, actually, my team should be posturing for Drake. I'm going to posture with them. We'll just make sure we have mid-prow. Push this before anybody else in the enemy team can, ideally. If the enemies are pressuring me, though, and Yuumi isn't with me, then I'll just have to let them do it. Okay. Holy crap, this map is so different, man. Oh. Should hopefully just be able to ghost now. Wow, that actually lasted no time at all, that taunt. I would... Fuck me. Okay, I live at least. Jesus, there was no help for me at all there. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I would DPS the Rammus after the taunt ran out. But since Gragas was there, I just had to keep running away. And you saw exactly why. He flashed from such a long range that if I had been trying to attack Rammus, I would have been dead. Nice one. Okay. 3 people on the enemy team are dead. I'm not expecting them to suddenly start beating my team here. So I can just leave my team alone there. I don't need to try and help them. I'll just go bot, get some farm. And we'll also pot towards the Drake, which we should be getting while the enemies are dead. But I want to start with this first. And in fact, they might be able to just duel the Drake in time anyway. Yeah. I'll shove in another wave and then if they need more help, we'll pop towards the Drake and help them. But I definitely don't think they're so desperate for help that I should abandon this wave and miss out on it. We can just get +6 CS here for free. Because we can deduce that the enemies, or sorry, my teammates don't need my help with the Drake. This jungle is so weird, bro. What? This is gonna take so much getting used to. This is like the biggest change I've ever seen in League. Anyway, the reason why I think this build is so good is because... damn. Kraken Slayer synergizes really well with both AD and also with attack speed. Kraken Slayer gives both. Sorry, Phantom Dancer gives both. It also gives you movement speed to stick onto opponents to keep applying your Kraken Slayer. Overall, it doesn't do as much damage as Infinity Edge, but it's a much cheaper prospect. Nice. So you can just start influencing the map and carrying fights a lot sooner. This is an item that is both good at the 2 item point and also just scales really well into the 3, 4, 5, 6 item point. Block him off with these traps, or at least try to. Taking a lot of damage from him because he's Rammus, lovely. So, do we want to do Lord Dominic's 3rd item? They did also kind of buff Lord Dominic's, by the way, which I loved. If we look at the Lord Dominic's here, it now only skills up to 15% bonus damage, rather than 22%, which is a nerf to the Giant Slayer passive. But it gives +5 AD, which makes it a more universally good item, rather than being so situational that a lot of its damage depends on the enemies actually having HP. That is one downside Lord Dominic's always had, was that it actually gives very little, like, regular stats aside from the Giant Slayer passive. Just a bunch of armor pen and then very little AD, so it's still fairly low AD, but it's at least, like, the same as what Kraken Slayer... oh, actually still is. Kraken Slayer still gives 40 AD, so same AD as Kraken Slayer. Still a bit on the lower side, but it's something. Now at least it's a lot better for, like, dueling other ADCs, for dueling assassins, even for dueling some bruisers. I think I'll definitely want a base here. I don't have, like, teammates backing me up, so I don't really have the ability to walk up there and get farms. So since we're just waiting for the enemies to shove it in anyway, or for my teammates to come and make it safe for me to farm it, we're just going to use that time instead to just base, because we can already get BF sword anyway.
You think I'm crazy? You should see my sister.
He probably knows that I'm here. Nice one. What? Play some traps right on top of myself and... yeah, we're good. Figured we probably would be, but better back off just in case. This fight is probably too far away for me to even bother rotating to. And it looks like Aatrox just wins it anyway. So that's actually got a really, really good farm. Which is, I would say, like, her, Jinx, and Sivir are like the 3 ADCs who can just absolutely steamroll all the small camps and minions on the map. So they get really high CS per minute, easily. Still impressive that she's got even more than me, though. My farm is mainly suffering just because of the early game, I think, where I had to play safe and give up so much farm. I have a lot of attack speed right now, you can see. Oh, what the hell, bro? Those traps were a bit early, but I think I'm okay. I won't bother ghosting, because there's nobody for me to run to safety for here. My teammates just need to be coming to save me. I can maybe flash, though. Yeah, I'll have to flash towards my teammates. Wouldn't have had to if they just rotated to me sooner, though. Oh god, he's just literally just saving his fucking taunt for me. There we go. Alright, I need to get out now, I think. Oh yeah, and they buffed the Doran's Blade lifesteal. I was wondering why I'm healing so much. I completely forgot about the fact that I was considering Lord Dominic's 3rd item, by the way, but that's alright. Ooh. Oh wow, that is so lucky. And he just walks up and dies anyway. Flashes in and dies. No, he's a grown man, he can make his own decisions. God, there's so much space now. Like, I can see why mid lane would be so much harder to gank now. Weren't even ganked a single time on bot lane, so I can't really speak to the bot lane changes yet, as for how it makes you easy or hard to gank. Let's just go for Xayah, I guess. Drops behind her, so she can't escape. As long as she can't hit me with her entire... Oop. Feathers, then I should be fine there. I might be screwed here, but we'll see. Shit. This is such a huge risk for no reason. Like, if they had vision there, they could have walked up to hook me. We did some damage. Sadly, Rammus got that Drake. Fuck's sake. I'm dead. No way. I mean, I am gonna die eventually, though, because once again, we're in that situation where there's nobody to run to. Unless Corki. Maybe. Corki, stop running away from me. Oh my god, that is so lucky. Okay, I get lucky then.
I'm thinking.
Can't help. I would just die. Alright, and Lord Dominic's, of course, has to be the 4th item here. Not much choice there.
I don't even think once about blowing stuff up.
I could also consider, actually, I think I'm already doing, like, enough damage to Rammus, so actually another thing that I could consider building at least slightly before the Lord Dominic's is just building a QSS, so that I'm much safer from the Rammus. But I think I would rather just go with Lord Dominic's and just play for team fights where my teammates are actually in a position to help me. I'll support him with an ultimate, but I can't actually really fight there. It's... like, Aatrox knows how strong he is, but I don't know how strong he is. I don't know if he can actually carry that or not. Looks like he probably can, but since I didn't have that knowledge, I don't make that assumption. Now clearly I'm seeing how strong he is, so now I know that we can actually fight there. Especially with the Yasuo being dead. What the? Wait, they removed the counter from Kraken Slayer. Got him. I think the Phantom Lancer movement speed actually did a lot there to help me kill him. Oh yeah, Phantom Lancer gives even more attack speed now, by the way. 35% over 30% from the passive, I mean. And it does it in every stack now. It doesn't just randomly gain full power at 4 stacks anymore. Rather, it's power on each stack, so that's really nice. Oh. I could be dead here. I'm most likely dead. We'll use ult. Just for some quick burst. Not much else to do there. My bad. Needed to just not be positioned so aggressively there when we don't have much protection. Alright, we'll start getting started on the Lord Dominic's. Yeah, so Lord Dominic's actually gives the same amount of AD as Mortal Reminder, which is good because I actually had recently realized, like, Mortal Reminder just gives 5 more AD than Lord Dominic's for absolutely no reason, while giving the same amount of armor pen. So it was actually quite an underrated item to just build if the enemies weren't actually building HP. Even if they had no healing, it would just straight up do more damage if the enemies didn't have HP. Whereas now that's no longer the case. Now you actually do have to decide it purely based on whether the enemies are tanky or like healy, you know? If they're very healy, then Mortal Reminder. If they're very tanky, HP-y, then Lord Dominic's regards. He's your best friend as always. Alright, this wave is probably mostly gonna die before I even get there. I'm gonna go for the Raptors and maybe go for the Golems after that. Yeah. Or actually, no, I shouldn't be going bot side because we should be looking to do Baron soon. As long as Baron isn't Garen isn't actually headed towards the Baron. There's not much point in me already pathing towards the Baron, but I should be top side. I need to be ready. I'm just gonna keep farming topside camps. And if we eventually run out of camps, that's when I'll join with my team, who are just positioned top lane for absolutely no reason. There's no reason to be there. I should even be pinging them back, if anything, but I'll throw my ultimate there. Even if there is a fight here, I couldn't actually know that I would even be there in time, which is why I just rather farm the camps. Because I don't even know if there's going to be a fight. If there is, I don't know if I'm going to reach it in time. I'd rather go for the consistency of just getting like 3 different camps, which is a lot of golden XP. And I can steal the enemy's camps as well. Obviously, my team just won a team fight without me. They're about to end. Like, it doesn't matter what I do at this point, but I will still continue to say what I think are the best choices. Jesus, his damage. I just don't really want to hit him right now. He's just too powerful with his W up. When his W runs out, there, it's down. Now we can start hitting him. We can get Zaya there. Pop Ghost. Oh, no Penta for me then. Alright, GG. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay tuned for an Fellows video.